Today we're gonna make some homemade dumplings, and to start off we're gonna have the 3 pounds of pork with 3 packs of dumpling skins, cabbage, and this is going great.
Like you said work. 3 pounds of work.
3 pounds of work. 3 pounds of pork. We got like 6 packs of scallions, or not packs, 6 things of scallions. I don't even know what to call these. Is this a stalk? Anyways, we're gonna take a whole cabbage and mince it. Yeah, normally it's a half cabbage for 2 pounds of pork, but we're doing 3 pounds. So it'd be like 3/4 of cabbage, and the fact that this is small, we're just gonna use the whole thing, because I'm not gonna be left with a quarter cabbage. This is so dense. You know what? Here, we're gonna upgrade the cleaver. But, oh, nope, still didn't work. So, do slices first, and then we're gonna go in the other direction to mince it. Here you go. Get yourself a big bowl. You need to mix all the, meat and veggies together. Hey! Hi! I don't know why I'm encouraging this. He should be sleeping. Alright, that looks about right. So you want it pretty small pieces. The big chunks, like if you get some big chunks in there, it'll be fine. There you go. I'll put that in the bowl. You know what? I'm gonna cut these scallions first, just to get them out of my way. Scallion tips, go bye-bye. And we'll just take this and cut very thin slices. Anyways. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add the pork. It makes about 100 dumplings for 2 pounds. Okay, so this should make 150 dumplings. I can math. Oh, no. We don't want this in there. Alright, so let me grab the pad. What else would you call it?
I don't know. This is the way you say things. Always makes me laugh.
Should I do it by hand? Maybe I'll use a spoon.
Spoon it and then hand it.
What she said. Well, we'll add the sesame oil first then. We'll do a tablespoon and a half. Okay, so what do we say? We kind of invented this recipe over the years, so there wasn't it's kind of a recipe in progress. So yeah, it's like a quarter cup soy sauce per pound of pork. I'll have to post the full recipe down below when we're done with this. No, I'm like making it up as I go again. 1, 2, 3. That was 3, right? Yeah. 1 tablespoon for 2, so 1.5 tablespoon of Hoisin sauce as well.
Look at those veins.
Flexing my veins. What? She likes it when I flex. Oh, it's not coming out. There we go.
Looks like poop.
Yeah, that explains why it's not coming out. Had a rough day. Need my veggies. Yeah, you too, right? Once all the ingredients are in, just go ahead and mix it up.
Alright.
So what do we do here?
We need a dish of water.
And what's that for?
Well, I'll get to that part.
You're the folding expert.
Well, we are going to try this new dumpling contraption that John's mom got us. So, take with you a bit of meat. You just gotta like play around with it.
Play with the meat. So it's like what, about like a tablespoon maybe?
Yeah. You just gotta make sure you can close the skin and still have a nice bite of meat in there. Then you wet the skin so that when you fold it together it sticks.
Not like halfway.
See, this is not.
No.
It squeezes the meat out.
Yeah. You'd be
And
making
then
really small dumplings.
Look at all that excess skin.
Yeah, that's...
Dumpling maker is a no-go. I guess I don't even know if this really is a dumpling maker.
I feel like it's for pierogies.
She said it was. Normally John is scooping the meat and not making me do all the work. But you put your meat in. And then you wet the wrapper. You just have to wet one side. You don't really have to go all the way around. And then you kind of fold it together and pinch it You want to make sure you pinch it really good because you don't want it opening up when you cook it, because then the meat will fall out or it will just get ruined. It won't cook right. And then you kind of just push your 2 thumbs together and crimp it. Kind of like you would like a pie crust.
Like that.
And then when you're not prepared, you usually have a tray.
A tray with aluminum foil.
You can freeze them and they don't stick together.
Sorry.
So what I was saying is you want to put them on the tray so they're not touching before you freeze them so that they don't stick together. So you don't want them touching.
You want them apart like that. And then each layer will be separated by a sheet of aluminum foil.
So usually John will be filling the meat and we'll have them all laid out.
Yeah.
And then I'm the folder, so it goes a little bit faster that way.
Let's see if I can.
I've done it by myself before. Last time we made dumplings, I did it while Noah was napping.
Yeah.
But he is a lot faster at filling the meat
So we
than
fill it
I
like
am
this, right in the
folding
middle?
it, so he usually gets ahead of me because it takes more time to fold it than it does to scoop some meat in.
Yeah, and then I stop and watch her
I have
fold.
the harder job. But yeah, you want to make sure the corners are really squeezed together.
Mm-hmm. And then when I put them on there, try not to get meat around the edges. Otherwise, it'll make her job harder.
Yeah, so you crimp it. And then towards the end, he starts getting like more and more meat because I feel like he's just tired of it.
Yeah, I'll be like this.
And then I can't fold it. Can't see, is he still asleep? I think so. I thought I heard him, but I thought I heard him barking. You know how he barks sometimes. Our baby, not our dog. We don't have a dog. And I don't know how you would really make it yourself. You'd have to have like a press to make them thin enough. I don't think you could really fold them this thin.
There we go.
And I was thinking, you can't really tell how old these are. Like, there's no date on them. There's no date anywhere.
Oh.
So, like, these could be 5 years old and you don't even know.
Oh, that's just great. I really don't have an expiration date?
No, not that I found.
I don't know, made of January 1st, 2029? Are these good for 8 years?
They're in the future.
That's the expiration date.
Oh!
Oh no!
You didn't see that.
And we're back. You didn't see that.
What are you doing?
We have a horse too. I feel like my head is like way at the top of the frame.
Doesn't your tripod go up anymore?
Whoa, this can focus pretty closely. Alright, so now that we have left these in the freezer for a few hours, they shouldn't stick together when we decide to bag them. If you don't do the freezing first and then bag them when they're not fully, frozen, they're gonna stick together and you'll never get them apart later. I'm actually gonna have this for dinner tonight. We're gonna eat about maybe 20 of them. So it's gonna go right from here into the boiling water. Okay, so when you transfer these dumplings into the bag, just be gentle with them. You don't want the tips to break off, as it will start, it'll open up a hole in there, and when you boil them, the water gets into the middle of the dumplings, which then you lose all your flavoring. So you want to be kind of gentle with it, lay it on its side, and I'd fill a bag maybe at most halfway, give it room to kind of move around over there. And when you put them in the freezer, just try to store them kind of in this orientation. If you pile them up into a big lump at the bottom, then you take them out later, you end up with a bunch of chips. To cook the dumplings, there's 2 ways you can have it. Either just boiled, or steamed, some people call it, and you can also fry it. If you want to fry it, you still need to boil it first to kind of cook it most of the way, but you don't need to boil it as long. So about maybe 2 to 3 minutes in the hot water after it's boiling, and then you would fry it for maybe about 8 to 10 minutes on the griddle. Alright, so you're going to need a pot of boiling water and either a pan to fry them in, but since I'm doing about 20 of them, I'm going to elect for a big electric griddle. This gives me enough room to kind of slide them around and make sure they don't touch each other. If they're all in contact with each other as you're frying them, they tend to stick together and you'll literally get, pot stickers. Alright, so get the water on the stove, set it to high and get it boiling. Then go ahead, preheat your skillet, and go ahead and put some oil in there. Alright, we are at a the water's boiling. Now the water's... now that we're at a roaring boil, we can put the dumplings in. Make sure you have a spatula on hand because as you're putting it in, you kind of want to stir it a little bit so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pot. Yeah, just kind of kick it around so that it doesn't settle to the bottom. Ooh, ow! That was hot. Don't do that. So since I'm going to fry these afterwards, I'm only going to boil them for about 2 to 3 minutes or when the dumplings just start to float to the top. If you don't want to fry them, maybe go for about 4 to 5 minutes and they should be fully floating by the time you take them out of the hot water. So after you drain it, just drizzle a little bit of oil on here and shake it around. Keeps them from sticking before you get to the griddle. A little bit of oil and press that. So as you're frying the dumplings, try not to move it too much. If you let it sit in one spot for a little longer, you get this nice little crisp. Alright, so this is how you make some great homemade fried dumplings. You can have them steamed, but I like them fried. They taste pretty good. This is a side of dumpling sauce. I think we got this at Wegmans. It goes pretty good with it. You can make your own, but I haven't made a good one yet. So hopefully you have pretty good results with the dumplings. Have fun with it. Good luck. And let me know how it goes. All right. Thanks. Bye.